Why is it, may I ask, that the wheels of power turn so slowly? Some things that are entirely obvious seem to take forever to happen, don't they? Now, I don't know how many interviews I've done here with Ian Henschke from National Seniors Australia about allowing older people to work more without losing their pension. But well before the election, we were putting this idea forward, which had been in place in New Zealand and worked quite well. But only now are we getting somewhere. According to News Corp papers today, seniors could be allowed to work more hours while still getting the pension in a major bid to ease Australia's workforce crisis. You see, this was the other drastic need, not just to put more money in the pockets of older Australians who were doing it tough, but to fill the monstrous gaps in the workplace. Now, the estimate is that we have 480,100 job vacancies, and that is astonishing. We're at full employment because we've got almost 900,000 job seekers. So either they don't want to work or are being far too choosy. But we're hearing this weekend that under a plan being considered by the Albanese government, people over the age of 66 and 6 months will be allowed to do extra work without losing their entitlement to the age pension at last. It is a proposal that is set to be debated at next month's Jobs and Skills Summit in Canberra. What's to debate? Well done to Treasurer Jim Chalmers on this. I couldn't get the former government over the line on this. I had Josh Frydenberg on this television network, on air, during the campaign, and that was the end of it. He didn't want a bar of it. He said they get enough. The opposition leader, Peter Dutton, is all for this concept, which will help get it over the line. Now, business groups, small business in particular, they are excited. Chalmers is saying our goal is to build a bigger, better trained and more productive workforce, boost incomes and living standards and create more opportunities for more Australians to get ahead. Age and veteran service pensioners can currently earn $300 of income a fortnight without losing any pension, but that's a piddling amount. A parliamentary inquiry which has been looking at increasing the participation of the pensioner workforce is due to release its report by September 30, which will be fascinating, and maybe it will drive the campaign even further. But as Ian Henschke has said all along, and on many occasions, it is a no-brainer.
We're not talking about a group of very wealthy people here feathering their nests. We're talking about people that are struggling to survive in many cases.
Now, Ian Henschke has done a series of surveys that have shown that about 20% of Australia's 2.2 million pensioners want to work and work more. Business Council Chief Executive Jennifer Westacott says today getting rid of barriers that stop Australians picking up extra hours or rejoining the workforce is crucial. The fact is, if you say doubled the allowable amount of earnings, say to $600 a fortnight, which happens to be what Peter Dutton supports, you cost taxpayers initially $150 million, but the advantages that accrue in GDP and all those additional business earnings, which are then taxed, will cover that cost and then some. And the Kiwis have proven that point. But anyway, it's finally off the ground. Sometimes the most obvious of good ideas do take seemingly forever to gain government support. We've got to be more open-minded as a government. We've got to be more reactive to ideas that come from all quarters. We've been so short of workers for far too long. This could have been in play already.